Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today, instead of a legging review, I'm giving you all of my legging secrets that I use to always make your leggings look perfect. We have tips on how to reduce camel toe, how to make them more squat proof, how to make them more flattering on your butt, how to take care of them so they don't get all ruined in the wash, and more. So if you want to learn all the secrets to looking good in the leggings, keep watching. Before we get too much farther into the video, please make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and like this video. Alright, so the first thing, and the most important thing to address is camel toe. Nothing makes me more uncomfortable than a nice camel toe. I can't stand it. I won't go to the gym with a camel toe. I'd rather go to the gym in a pair of completely sheer leggings than go anywhere with any camel toe. So I could tell you things like make sure to get your correct size, wear thicker leggings, don't wear leggings that have a front seam. But if you have a pair of leggings that you really like and you just really want to reduce that camel toe, I have a few tips for you. First things first, make sure you're not going commando in your leggings. If you're going commando in your leggings, there's nothing to separate that little front seam and your region. So it's very easy for things to settle, if you know what I mean. So I have 3 levels of solutions for you. First thing, if you're in the gym and all of a sudden you realize you have some camel toe and you're like, well, crap, I cannot deal with this. Something that I've done that actually works a decent amount is go to the bathroom, take a few squares of toilet paper, wrap them up a few times, and just kind of put them in your underwear, and honestly, it kind of creates a barrier for the seam to not like quite cut up as much. It's obviously like not the most comfortable to have like a thick layer of something in your underwear, but toilet paper doesn't have to be like that thick, and it honestly really helps. So that's the quickest fix. And next I have tip number 2, which is somewhat of a quick fix, but you might not always have these with you. Panty liners. This is basically the same concept as the toilet paper, except it works like just a little bit better. It works just a little bit better and it stays put more in your underwear. So this is what I tend to use when I have a pair of leggings that really give me camel toe that I still want to wear. And the third solution is definitely if you're like really prone to getting camel toe and you get it like all the time, you can actually buy camel toe underwear preventers on Amazon or probably in stores too. Basically, they're kind of like a thicker version of a panty liner with like a little more structure and shape. And let me tell you, those things, I've seen some reviews on them as well. They get rid of any camel toe. So now that our leggings are nice and camel toe proof, we will now get into how to make things more squat proof. I know what you're saying. You're like, Kathryn, if something's not squat proof, it's not squat proof. Well, you know, yes, it's true. If something's not squat proof, it's not squat proof, but you can make things a little more squat proof. Tip number 1, seamless nude underwear. This is for things like super light, like yellow leggings or something, where you can really just see like your entire butt when you squat. And there's really not much to do to fix it. So if you have a pair of seamless nude underwear, I'm talking the kind of underwear that actually covers like the cheeks, not just a thong. When you squat, instead of seeing your butt, you'll just see like a uniform nude color. So you can't see any crack or anything. So basically it kind of will look like it's squat proof. In this case, I would recommend getting a seamless pair of nude underwear so you don't see any panty lines. Tip number 2, which I actually do this for all of my leggings, is pull more fabric from the leggings to be around your butt. If you're not doing this with all of your leggings, you're really not giving them a fair chance to be completely squat proof. Basically, the more fabric you're gonna have around your butt region, the more opaque your leggings are going to be. And if you have a thin amount of fabric around your butt, let's just take these leggings as an example. If you have this much room around your butt and then you stretch it, it has less room to stretch and more likely to be sheer. But if you have like this much fabric around your butt and you stretch it, it has more room to stretch, so it's less likely to be super sheer. When you squat, your squat is about the same, right? So if you have more fabric, then the leggings stretch out less, so they should be less sheer. This isn't gonna fix all of your squat proof problems, but it honestly helps a lot. And if you have leggings that you ever feel like they're gonna like get a run up the butt or something, which has happened to me like multiple times at the gym, to be honest, if you pull more of the legging up your leg to be around your butt, you also will just feel more comfortable squatting and just feel less tightness around the crotch area in general. Now for cellulite. I actually don't have any tips to make a certain pair of leggings more cellulite friendly if they're not already, but I do have some tips you can use to find leggings that are more cellulite friendly. First thing, you're not gonna see a lot of cellulite in like black or dark leggings, so if you're really concerned about it, those are going to be perfect for you. Second of all, look for leggings with some texture or some patterns. Especially patterns, you are not going to be able to see any like pits and valleys and everything in your legs if you have a big pattern covering it. Basically, this is the best way to completely camouflage your cellulite. You're not gonna see any through like some busy pattern. And third, if you have a legging with some texture in it, like maybe some ribbed material, maybe like a little like diamond knit kind of pattern, that will also be really good for hiding your cellulite, because basically all cellulite is like adding texture to your legs. So if you have texture in the leggings, then you're gonna be set. I do talk about in all of my reviews if I think a pair of leggings is going to be cellulite friendly or not. So if it's a legging I've reviewed, you'll always know if it's going to be cellulite friendly or not. And now for probably the most requested tip is how to get rid of panty lines. So a lot of people go to the gym commando, which I personally don't do. Makes me feel a little weird. And like we talked about before, you're leaving yourself very susceptible to camel toe, which we all know I do not like. To the gym, I personally wear seamless thong underwear. So this is just like your classic really thin seamless thong. And my issue with this is that they're so thin and the edges are just cut that they roll up like really easily. So basically you'll get these all settled on your body and then you'll put on your leggings and then it'll just roll right up the sides and then you can see them again, which is like defeats the point of the seamless underwear. So my favorite seamless underwear are the ones from Victoria's Secret. And these are literally game changers. I recommend them to everyone. I actually just went to Victoria's Secret the other day to try to buy more and I couldn't find them. So I'm just gonna have to go online and buy like a bunch more of these because I go through them so quick. So I found out the most devastating news. Apparently Victoria's Secret doesn't make these underwear anymore. They were literally the best underwear on the whole planet. My mom and I literally love them so much. But I have some news. So basically there's a brand called Ebby, which I think is like Sofia Vergara's underwear brand. And it's a subscription box, but the underwear is exactly the same. Like it has the little like velvet part on the inside. These are like a full underwear version. I'm so disappointed in Victoria's Secret. But I just placed an order for an Ebby box. So there's an option for you guys. They're basically the same concept. They're the seamless underwear. They just have a cut edge. They don't have any seams along the edge. But the inside of all of the seams have this like kind of thick, almost like grippy material. So it actually stays on your body really well and it doesn't roll up nearly as much. Basically it adds some structure to the outside of the underwear without adding a seam. So you can't see it, but it also prevents it from rolling. So I'm gonna link these down below because literally these are the best underwear in the world for the gym. I have them in like nude colors. I have them in like patterns. I think I have a pattern somewhere here. Yeah, patterns. I have black, like everything. These are the best. Now we're gonna talk about some tips on how to prevent damage to your leggings and how to take care of them. So my main tip for preventing damage to your leggings, and by damage I mean like kind of ripping, fraying, and like pilling. Never do a leg day or any band work with any leggings that have eyelets or are very prone to pilling. For example, we have these Gymshark Flawless Knit leggings. Super cute, mostly squat proof. You could wear them on a leg day. But I do not wear these on a leg day, nor do I wear any Energy Seamless leggings because they have these very delicate but cute eyelets right around like the thigh region. So if you do any band work, with like a thick band like this, I love these bands because they really stay put and don't move, but they can damage your leggings quite a bit. They have this like thick elastic stuff on the inside and it can really just grip onto those little eyelets and make them fray like nothing else. So I never do a leg day in anything delicate like this. I try to avoid leg day in my Lulu lines too, just because those are prone to pilling, but I find it's mostly okay. I try to do leg day in like slick performance type fabrics, kind of like Gymshark Energy Seamless fabric, but like without the eyelets. My next tip is how to make your leggings more flattering on your booty. If you're like me and you don't have like a Tammy Hembrow booty, honestly, I'm just really tall. It's hard for me to get a big butt. These are excuses, really, but it's the truth. So I need a little help in the booty region if possible. So you know how you see people like Taylor Katie, I believe is her name, and she just always has her leggings look so good on her butt, but they're kind of like going up her butt and giving her a slight wedgie? Well, friends, that's exactly what you do. You take the leggings and you literally pull them up your butt. There you go. Sometimes with seamless leggings, you can get that unibutt look. And unless you have a really big butt, it's just like not the most flattering. You basically have to be wearing a thong to do this trick. You take the leggings and you kind of pull them up your booty a little bit. And there you go. Much more flattering, a little booty separation, a little more booty definition. Really cute. Another booty flattering tip is to make sure the waistband is going above your hips. Think about it. If you're trying to make your butt look as big as possible and you have like a waistband seam right in the middle of your butt, basically you're cutting off like the line of your butt and you're making it split into two, which just makes it look overall smaller. If you have a seam that goes above your butt, you're allowing your butt to look as big as possible, uninterrupted, and it should look much more full. There's only so much you can do with certain leggings, like some leggings won't even be flattering in this way. I personally find that the Balance Athletica leggings, the ones that have like kind of the curved booty seams, those are just super flattering on the booty and they just kind of let your booty have all the room to look its fullest. And lastly, let's go into some tips on how I take care of my leggings in the washer and the dryer. Spoiler alert, I don't dry my leggings. How I wash my leggings. First of all, whenever I wash any of my leggings or activewear in general, that's tops, sports bras, anything, I always turn everything inside out. That way, if your washing machine is a little rough and you might have some risk of like snags and pilling, it's only gonna affect the inside of your activewear and not the outside, so you actually like never even see it. This also will prevent delicate logos like Gymshark logos that are just kind of screen printed on. It'll prevent those little vinyls from peeling off over time. For super delicate leggings like my Lulu lines and anything with little eyelets, I always put them in a lingerie bag. That just prevents the risk even more of anything catching on them and damaging them further. And like I mentioned, never dry your leggings. Please don't do this. It's not meant to be dried. A lot of activewear says hand wash only. So if you're gonna wash it, please just do me this favor. Me personally, you're really affecting me with this. Do not dry your leggings. Your leggings or any activewear, honestly, especially not sports bras, don't do it. The heat from the dryer can actually damage the elastane in the legging fibers, and this is what makes your leggings stretchy. So basically, you're gonna make your leggings less stretchy, damage the fibers, they're gonna lose some of their shape, and they're just not gonna be the same as they were, and then you'll be sad because you spent money on them and then they're ruined. So this isn't for leggings, but for sports bras, I always take out the removable cup pads from the bras before I wash them. If you don't take out the pads, they can kind of get like tangled up in the bra and they just like are really hard to get out. Sometimes they can get deformed. It's not good. So just take out the cup pads, put them in a little lingerie bag, and then put them back after they're all dry. Also, if you're washing leggings with anything with a zipper, make sure you zip that zipper up all the way before you wash anything, because that zipper is going to be super easy to snag on anything. So it also might be a good idea to put whatever is in the zipper in like one of those lingerie style bags, just so it can't catch on anything. Same with bras with bra hooks. You also want to put those in their own bag so that they have no chance of catching on things. So I don't use any like special kinds of laundry detergents or fabric softeners, but I would say I wouldn't recommend using Tide Pods because basically all my friends in college, except for me, used Tide Pods to wash their clothes, and it often got like that like bright blue residue on your clothes, so you just have to wash them again, and it doesn't tend to stain the clothes, but I feel like it could. And I just wouldn't risk it. So don't use Tide Pods because they can just stain things. I also have heard that fabric softener is not good for activewear because it kind of coats all the fibers and it can make things like less stretchy. And I don't know, I've just heard it's not good. So honestly, just one less thing to purchase. Also, don't wash any of your activewear with any towels or sweatshirts or anything really fuzzy because that fuzz is just gonna like stick onto everything. It might like create more pilling and stuff. Also, I'm not sure if this is like the right thing to do, but I always wash all of my activewear on cold because it prevents the colors from bleeding, I think, and also if the heat from the dryer is gonna damage the fibers, I feel like the heat from the wash could as well, so I always just wash it on cold. And this is my favorite tip. To get rid of pilling, I use one of these bad boys. So if all of your washing tips have failed you and you have some pills in your leggings, you can super easily just get them off with a little eyebrow razor. This has literally saved so many of my old pairs of Lululemon leggings because let's be honest, Lululemon leggings are expensive and they pill. Like, what am I paying for if I'm paying for pills? Anyway, if you have some pills on your leggings, this is a perfect way. You just take the little razor and you very, very gently make sure that the leggings are spread out and just gently kind of scrape along, and it very easily gets all the pills right off. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was really informative for you. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!